Let's see here. So we are live. We're live. Dave Glovin, how are you? David. Alert, alert. You're live. Do your magic, bro. We're going to be streaming here between Facebook and MeWe and all these places. But I want to thank everybody first, too, and say thank you for coming aboard. I really appreciate. This is the 10. This is 10 o'clock talks. I am Michael Anthony. I guess you guys know, but if anybody's new that pops in and on certain channels we're feeding right now, I guess it's like that. So anyway, with that said, excuse me, got like a frog in my throat tonight. Let me take some coffee here. At all times to go, you know what I mean? Of all times. Who else we got here? There's David. Hey, David. We got Ronald. How are you, Ronald? I got a big hello for everybody. First, I always start off like this: support your local businesses. Take care of these little people. They're really, in need of our support right now. Man, can't get rid of this frog. I guess we all go through that. I'm human. Hey, what can I say? And again, this is 10 o'clock talks. But support somebody's dream. It's so important right now with what we're going through. But I also want to say this. I see job signs everywhere, people. If anybody's in need, hi, Beth. If anybody's in need, they're out there. They really are. It's sad that there is not some incentive for the people who are needed so much, as far as, in all of our areas, that they're not taking care of the essentials better and giving them some type of bonuses. And, they're doing the R negative on us, reverse negativity. So with that going, yeah, maybe that's why people don't want to work. But there are jobs everywhere right now. There really are. Please keep that in mind if you know anybody that wants to work that's, in the position to be able to. They're out there, at least in Pittsburgh here. They really are. So support your small businesses, and we're going to do a little shout out to some of them. This is one of best friends, and I'm told this is someone behind the glass that helps an awful lot. She tells me this place out in Bethel Park, Pittsburgh, and I got to say this. Ann's Chop House, they're out in South Park, Bethel Park Road. Go visit them. Check out their websites. Phenomenal. And I want to say this. We are brought to you by tonight, Southwest PA, Lady Bikers of Pittsburgh, PA. Southwest Bikers of PA. But anyway, she knows what I'm talking about. Lawrenceville Motors, hello. 202 Taco, hello. Pigeonaski Repair Remodeling, hello. Got to do all this stuff. I got pages that I owe people an apology for that. I needed to say so much. And the Blaze Grill, out of sight too. Another great place to go to. And I'm hoping to actually visit in the next couple of days. I really have it in my thing. 12 Whiskey, Ritter's Diner. They are a pinnacle of Pittsburgh, PA. They really are. Periwinkles. I never see anybody in the place. I feel so bad for these people. And I'm going to say a special hello to John and Vicky up at Steel City Installations. Innovative Auto Works as well. Hello up there to you, Mike. Salon Atmosphere. I do designs by Eva. McGuinn's Barbershop. Classic Adventures. And I got pages I'll get into more. I will. I promise. I will. Anyway, how is everybody today? You all enjoying the day today? Hey, Jeffrey, Big Jeff's on the line. Happy birthday to Pops, Jeff. Happy birthday to Pops. I saw it. I don't forget people. I really don't. Thank you for stopping in, checking this out. Lot to talk about. Infrastructure, the Frankenshot, Miss Tenpenny, and nothing's changing. I mean, it's a bad thing. It really is. But I also want to do this. I want to give a shout out to some of my personal friends who commentate with me during the day and talk to me and send me stuff. And I'm just blessed to be by so many good people. And I want to say support back to all the Christians. That's very important to me. That you guys know that I appreciate you. So I want to say hi to William Schubert, Deborah Richardson, Mary Kay, and Joe. Great people. They did all our 10 masks and stuff and everything that we promote. And they're just great people. Pam Borton. You're special. I think you are. Eva Dickinson. Another one. Great person. James Gibbon. Lucy. Everybody, I think, knows Lucy by now. April, Dead Lady Red. And say hi to Michael, please. I hope you're enjoying all the fishing up there. Sarah Gill. Stacy Adams. Renee Jones. John Fleschner. Yeah. William Schubert. Ms. Driscoll. Man, I got so many here. It's unreal. I also want to say a special hello to Mike's North Shore. That place is off the hook too. There's always people there. They got this stone grill thing that they bring out to you with a steak on it, and it's fabulous. You got to go there to check it out. That said, I want to give some positive news. And it's always positive when we have somebody switches sides for the narrative to help protect us. Hey, Mary Kay, how are you? I just said hi to you and Joe. And I thank you. This is the girl. This is the Christian. Sends me the prayers. She is a sweetheart. She is American through and through. Servicewoman as well. Anyway, that said, in Tennessee, the governor says, check this out. I'm thinking about jumping sides. I don't know. But anyway, he did sign a constitutional carry gun bill. So I think I was getting some negativity. Somebody was downplaying what he really was doing. So keep that in mind. If you're seeing it, it's probably fake news and they're planning some stuff. He actually signed the bill for guns. That's the side he jumped, okay? But the narrative is what they will make it in this world today. We all know how that goes. And in Pittsburgh, people, I can only speak for my city here, but I respect everybody wherever you are. And I know we stream all over now. It's crazy how we grew. And Dave, just a patriot, very knowledgeable. He's really helping us extend that to all throughout America, you know, and the states that are all coming in and everyone where you're from and the waves. It's just really good. And hello to Miss Nash. How are you? Craig Harris and Gene Wolf and Dave Glovin. I got to always say hi to you back again. Merle Francis, Paul Rivera. Paul, does anybody know Paul? He's got like 10,000 friends. Everybody knows Paul. Everybody knows Paul. He's good people. So anyway, waving at everybody between both cameras and how I'm streaming. But believe me, I'm on YouTube too. And we're being streamed out from signals going bizarre. Okay. That's what I want to tell you. It really is. That's good for me, I guess. I thank you all for that. I truly, truly do. Everybody that is involved here, and even the ones that aren't, to do little things for us. Even you, Mary Kay, you're part of it. You're part of what this is all about. And let's get into some infrastructure talk. And Mr. Did anybody see that the flag's kind of back up? I don't know. Maybe it was renovation. I don't know. I'm not going to comment on it, but there is a flag up. They don't stand for America. How dare they put it up, really, you know? But they have a different ideology for their America, and this is part of it in the infrastructure. It starts out, though, again, with the border. And don't think for a minute that this isn't part of the narrative of what really goes on, okay? Because this is really what goes on. And his or hers or Obama's or Soros or the Muppeteers of the richest, wealthiest 13 in the world, I don't know. And it could be part of now Jeff Bezos because he's one of the richest now. Again, even after giving half his money to his wife for a divorce. Couldn't hang, I guess. He had some problems there. But anyway, their infrastructure is being looked at as how their narrative serves purpose to it. The Green Bill, kick the pipeline down, you know, those kinds of things. But right now, the infrastructure, and I talked about this last night for a little bit, it's really truly based in my mind, how the support of the millions, near 100 million now, that's going to go all along the bordering states of the river where the, illegals, the aliens, the immigrants come up through. And welcome the children. You got to take those guys in and keep them safe. I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. And I'm not even going to talk on it because they're children and it should not be discussed. Do something for them. The numbers are small enough where we could pamper that. I get that. I'll be glad to pay taxes for a child. But when your infrastructure is really based upon a lie of an election and a plan of an election, and that's truly, in my mind, what it is. But what they are doing, and I don't give, is building a platform for vote. And I said that last night. And I double checked everything. And that's why I wanted to bring it up again. They are pouring tons of money into all the areas and all the hotels. So they are streaming what their ideology is of an illegal effort of smuggling, as far as I'm concerned. A smuggling event is what's really there, and a build the platform to vote for their own side and their own good. But it is stimulating all these millions and expenditures that they're doing through ISIS right now. And that's good for America. Yeah, some people are going to get wealthy and be okay, but it's not okay. The whole plan is not really okay. But that's where we're at with it. And that's where it seems where we're at, where we're going with it. And it's going to stay that way because they're going to start now filtrating money across the United States as they give the free tickets and everything out. And the reason I'm bringing this up is I was asked a couple of questions last night, and I guess it was in there, but if you missed it, I guess you couldn't watch the whole clip. But that's what it is. So they're going to base this money and they're going to need more money. But again, I want everybody to know, in my opinion, and I'm going to get into more that has to do with a post that I put up about chemicals in the sky and so forth. And I've told people, yes, I am a theorist. I'm a fool of one. I really am. I've been one my whole life because I saw things and I added two and two together. And wow, hello, everybody. You told me I was wrong. So Tucker Carlson, came out with a story on that, and I posted it, and it talks about Gates and sun and dim something. Anyway, I'll get to my notes. I'll be able to say more about it. But so they're going to filtrate money all over the United States, and I get they're stimulating with all this other agenda money they had. But again, it's no better of a situation for where it puts us, because all this does is strengthen the evil's vote. And that's what we're going to be fighting, as well as all the disappointing effects of these people traveling through what now is an open America border. And we can't do nothing about it with this president. He is the corporate president, so you can't do nothing about it, no matter who's telling him what to do. So the strings are pulled. We just have to fight the best we can. The states need to stand up where they are, that are fighting it, and continue to do that. And there's good people out there that are doing it. So let's be happy with that. And I salute you guys. Truly, I do. I'm all in for Texas, Louisiana, and everybody surrounding there. Hey, what is all that about? Oh, that's me? Okay, so the other cameras their monitors are being pointed to me from people behind the glass. Yeah, I know. Is there any questions? No, I saw waves and stuff, and I'm saying hi to everybody, but there's not a whole bunch on right now. No, there's not. And what I can't see on YouTube, there's things I just can't see. Hello to everybody that is out there. Otherwise, you will see this as an uploaded. It's still going to be uploaded at the end. So, the big question was, is like, why is it 10 o'clock talks? Well, the truth of the matter is I start everything at 8 o'clock, no matter what. Always have. It's just, we did a closed broadcast, and then it was an upload to everybody to publicly view and grow and get out there by 10 o'clock. Facebook doesn't always, and some of the others. Now we're live. You're seeing it as it is when we do it. And I'm still looking at the camera just because there's other people here. But we did have some other streams that were working, but we were doing them with friends who were sharing infamy established. So now I'm with you all in the same kind of, on the same basis. So start around 8:15, and that leads into like 10 o'clock upload. It's still 10 o'clock talks. And, sometimes I rebooted that depending upon, I look at the views and try to make a judgment call. I don't want to make people look at me twice by any means, but some things get all the way to the very bottom and you have to like reboot it to the surface. So sometimes I do that at 10 o'clock in the morning, mainly in my own format. So, yeah. Now I'm going to get into Australia. They halt all vaccinations of the Frankenshot to people under 50 years old, as it's now found to be causing more than lightheadedness, nausea, and blah, blah, blah. Blood clots. Blood clots kill. I had some family also. I want to say this, and I was just told about this evening, that a person in my own who got it, they wound up in the hospital for 3 days over the first Frankenshot. That didn't even take them to the second. And now they're discovering that they're coping with some type of I don't want to say it the wrong way, but it seems to me what they were telling me was some type of what's the darn word? Anxiety disorder from it now, that they're going through complications over it. Their whole life just did a 360 somehow. I don't know. I'm telling you from something right inside here, right from me, family, personal, that close. I'm not going to give names, but they are local and they're going through it. And so we live and learn. And on Wendy Bell today, hello, Wendy, how are you? One day she might say hello back to me. It's okay. I don't care. She had on Dr. Tenpenny today, another well-educated person who's keeping us all informed. And nothing's changed. They're really in fear of everything going on, as I described. And it's Friday. I don't want to bleed through too much of everything I've talked about repetitively for the last 2 months, but be safe before ever being sorry. Okay. I'll leave it to you that way. The information's out there. We have all seen it. Nothing has changed. Nothing, except for the fact that they're still demanding we get it. Get it. Now, a little more on the infrastructure and plan. Part of what people have to understand, the infrastructure, they're talking about highways, cities, bridges, toll roads, etc. I don't know. I've been told recently by someone who I trust immensely, who's given me things that really always show up true. We talk about things, we get along well. And it seems to me these are not just toll roads, they're checkpoints to come. Now, is that socialism, communism? Call it what you want. What are they preparing us for? Who's going to get the true green card in America, or whatever you want to call it? I mean, really, these areas are to be checkpoints. When you slow down, your camera, will be taking all kind of different pictures of the car, monitoring it, as well as you paying your money, and they'll catch you if you don't, or whatever, unless you get some kind of credit card thing and you breeze through and you put an ID in your windshield. I don't know. But this is not just in Pittsburgh. It's going to be throughout the United States. This is part of another, in my mind, to come control system. Buckle up, America. Buckle up. It's going to get worse. And I have a few more things I'll talk about next week. You can't just break this all out at one time because there's just so much of it. There truly is. And it's mind-boggling, but it's there. And we're headed to that. We're headed to where we are an old world country, which we're not by any means, but that's the way it's coming across. Let me see here. Hey, Ronald Kendrick, how are you, sir? Appreciate you coming in. Really do. Really do. Thank you so much. So anyway, yeah, they're not just going to be toll roads and toll bridges. They're going to be checkpoints. So I guess now our lives are going to be monitored more. And I noticed up on Upper 28, when I head up to my carving camp, there are new camera systems all over the road. I mean, we know that there's cameras out there. We catch people doing things. Part of this whole court hearing that's now in session on Floyd and whatnot, because there are cameras. Well, there's so many more than we even think. You go into the stores, you go into the makeup aisle, Walmart, they're everywhere. Well, while I'm bringing up Walmart today, I can't believe how this place is operating. I went to the Gibsonian PA here today. I had to pick up some things. And do you think, they offer handicap parking all the way down and whatnot, but do you think they would help people who are handicapped? No, you get out of your car, you go to the garden center and it's closed, even though it's open, but it's closed. And then you try to go through the door at the garden center, that's closed. You can still only use one entrance. I mean, no one's outside to be courteous, to say anything. And I myself had issues just trying to get a few things up from the place. And it was like, are you people for real? And the workers that were there, and this is the first time I really run into, I don't want to say negativity, but just like, they were like lame brains. I mean, I don't want to say be negative like that, but they were so unhelpful. I bought things that you couldn't put in a cart, and they bring me a cart. And I'm like, no, I need like a flat boy, something so they don't get all scratched and nicked up. And no help whatsoever. Like they didn't even want to be there. And then this one guy's running his mouth because he passes a lady, doesn't have a mask on. He starts MFing and all this stuff about this lady to his wife. And I heard it. I didn't say anything, but I'm thinking in my head, maybe she has a medical card more. I mean, use logic here. Sometimes you're better at not, if it ain't good, don't say it. What's the old saying? Yeah, there you go. If you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say it because you don't know everybody's circumstances. So yeah, they were out today and they were working today, if you know what I mean. But with that said, back to Australia just for a minute. The halt's on. They're making age restrictions and different things, and they're saying that they are finding in their findings, and we're just getting more and more and more information on this. And Fauci's narrative is always to like road, run it, circle back. Circle back, maybe. He's never real. He's always a lie. But yeah, blood clots, that is very dangerous to hear. It really is. And now we're hitting a whole new market too. So for investors out there that may have interest in this, because it's the narrative of where the future is going, because we have what's in office, all new plant-based green protein foods and drinks are all hitting the market. And they're looking for stock investors to grow, because this is the push of the narrative of the green. And whatever you see when there's the color green around it, keep in mind it has to do with them, the support of them. Just like last night when I talked about this monopoly of people, it's who are we going to buy from if we boycott everybody? Because they're all with them. They all jumped, all the big corporates jumped to kiss ass to these people. I personally wouldn't be one, but they have 3 airlines now are doing it. I'll mention when I get to a new one. It just signed on today shortly. So that's another issue. And then we have, what else is going on here? We still have a lot of strength in Texas and Florida. These guys are rock stars, these governors. They're not going to take anybody's crap. They're going to address the issues as they're thrown at them. So, Florida will sue the CDC over what they're doing with the cruise ship decisions. And they want to keep them shut down. I mean, this is, people want to go on vacations, maybe take a half the amount or something. But no, they just want to shut them down. And so the governor and his beautiful wife down there in Florida, they are rock stars. They will fight this without a doubt. And we got to remember, these are good states. The ones that are really fighting back are the ones that have been successful through all this and didn't listen to the narrative of all this BS that's out there. And I'm glad that they are out there and they exist this way. I really am glad about it. And again, this is 10 O'Clock Talks. I am Michael Anthony. I just want everybody on YouTube to know that, who I am. Hello. For you folks out there, if you're catching it now, I can't tell at this moment. We still have some adjustments to do for the streaming. Slow night looks like on Facebook, but I only streamed to one place. Did you put any plugs into Facebook? I guess Beth did too, but I'm not getting any real remarks out of Beth tonight because I told her to take the day off. She's out with her friends. They go to a bike show. She's worried about this. And it's like, go on, live. You're hearing me. I'm talking to you. I am right now. I know you're listening. You should have just not worried about it. I don't care. If not everybody sees it, they don't see it. The important thing is we have important messages. And if anybody wants to post something, let me see. The good news is it's not going to work. Well, hey, Ron, I'm going to go with you on that. But right now it's in front of us and it is working. We need to work really hard. And I'm with you. I'm so in with you. And I trust what you're saying. I believe in what you're saying. But I want you to know, for me, we got a lot of work in front of us. We really do. And anything in 4 years could change if that's the long haul. We could lose somebody and we could lose all hope. We don't know. We don't know in our own lives how long we'll be here today, tomorrow, the next day, or in years. We have to think about a lot of things and make a lot of plans and fight in your cities. Tear these cities down at the bottom. Take over these offices. And Mary Kay, I do support you. I saw, I wanted to shout you out on something today for your Sharpsburg area over there for the mayor. If you want to post on here his name for anybody in Pittsburgh, please do that right now, because I probably have it written down. I notice what you say. I always try to share those things. But we got to take our cities and smalls all back, all of them. And in the Democratic states, yeah, we might be getting fed more money for infrastructure, if that's what you want to call what's going on, which is basically going to uh, put a more watchful eye of, the Biden administration on us for the rest of our 4 years. But there's more to it, with the illegals and everything else. And their narrative is to make these people rich. That's why I was pointed out last night. I heard in New York it was 15 to 20,000. Dave mentions to me, Mike, no, it came up. It was 26,000. I think he said 26,000 to every. Come on. This is what I'm saying about how bad what they're doing up there. And they want money. And now 1.9 is not enough. They need closer to $4 trillion. We're so far in debt as it is. We're an embarrassment as to what has happened over the last 70 years. This isn't based upon, this is all deep state projects and other things and technologies that they had their hands into, but as well as in the politicians' ends. And there's always been a hand in the money with contractors and positions of awarding contracts, just like now. If they're going to, again, I'll say it one more time. If you're a white farmer, you ain't getting no money. Anybody else and you're a farmer, you can have whatever you want, basically, or whatever they're offering, So you have these scenarios, and same with the culture and colors of a lot of the effects of what's going on. And on the weekend report, I do some review backs, and this is part of it. So if you missed it, I'm just banging it out again, but this is all true, and it's just what's going on. So I'm saying we're in a battle, and the only way I know how to start in a battle like this is start attacking all their smalls. If you defeat their smalls, they have nothing, no legs to stand on. Cities become stronger than a government office and a governor's mansion. And I'm sorry, it does. And if you're lucky enough to take the governor's seat, and you do it throughout a majority of the United States, and you fight back at Washington, you basically separate yourself from them. Who are they going to control? They can't force you. There are laws, and words are power, and they can also be damaging. But words are what they are, and they have to at some point acknowledge what they do now and what they may try to do if we are successful at taking over the majority of all the states, and we refuse to listen to them anymore. It is what it is. Who are they going to dictate to? At least here in America. And there was something else that came up tonight. I can't remember off the top of my head. Any of you remember the things I showed this afternoon? That wasn't Australia. I wish I had it in front of me. These guys fought back. The military joined with the citizens, and the law enforcement joined with the citizens and demanded the government left the buildings. That's taking your country back. I wish I had the name. I'll upload it. It was interesting. I'll put it on my page. You'll see it, or we'll take it and we'll post it right to Taking Back America. And again, thank you everybody for joining the group. Please help take back America. It's really important. It really is. So with that said, Georgia's also looking to cut a tax relief to Delta. That was the other plan that was kind of like pre-established with all this going on, because they kind of jumped sides, changed the narrative, and now the attacks on the American people with the Dems up there and the radical left. So Georgia says, nope, we're going to cut the tax relief to Delta, the $35 million, and that's their stupidity. And that's how you fight back. But again, this picture is so large because their tactics are larger than what we can actually fight against. So we have to take all these baby steps that are occurring now and fight them all diplomatically in some fashion in an open playing field where we're safe. We got to keep ourselves safe and stay in the fight. And I still believe it. I'm not ever going to quit talking about it. We take these offices back. I keep getting an itch. I don't know what's going on tonight. I have a neuropathy from sugar that happened to me. So that may be it. I don't know. Live and get old. That's what we do. And again, this is the 10. I am Michael Anthony. This is 10 O'Clock Talks. I really, really thank you all. whenever you see this now, later, it's perfectly fine. Our weekend report reminders. Yeah. Something else interesting, but this is for Pennsylvania. But this is going to be happening throughout a lot of places in America. It'll most benefit the five or six, 7 states that are more to the blue. New power grid, really? That's trillions of dollars in itself. But they want to modernize it and synchronize it to what's now. Get ready for this. And it's already dangerous as it is. It's like sticking your head in a microwave. That's why never sleep with your phone next to your ear trying to listen to something. It's really not good for you. I do it. I'm stupidly, but I'll listen to something while I'm falling asleep or whatever to get some information. I shouldn't, but I do. So now they're going to be doing wave spraying, something called wave spraying. It will like double the 5G out, more rapid. So they want to integrate this into what they're doing of a new modernized power grid. And it's going to be happening here in Pennsylvania. I know that most certainly. And I want to say hello to the Allegheny Sandwich Shop. Your food looks phenomenal down there in Pittsburgh. If anybody outside of that listens to this and you need a shout out to anybody, please let me know. Please let me know. A little something about Las Vegas here. North Las Vegas Mayor John Lee announces to switch to the Republican Party. Said the Democrat Party is broken. And yeah, we know that. And see, this is my point about if we stay busy on the bottom and Trump's up there on the top, whether he's running or not, it doesn't matter to me. He's still working right now, and that's what's important. And the importancy to that, hey, Rocco, how are you, brother? Jerry Fisher, how are you? I just wanted to say that he'll take care of all this important. There's things that are important up there. Yeah, we want to wipe out all these people that back BLM and, the Major League Baseball and all this dumb BS and giving these positions to people like Omar and AOC that don't know how to even handle it. But the point is this. We need to stay to the narrative where we can do the best work. Grassroots at the bottom, tumble the structure, cripple the foundation. And I know I say it every night. I'm sorry. It's true. And we need to get off our butts and stand up and do it. We just do. That's all we have going for us. Hello, everybody. Hello. Rocco is watching The Rock. Mary Kay Rock's on. We all went to school together. These guys here. Gene Wolf, how are you? Welcome in. All right. So we got some states out there doing a lot of different things. And this is our help. Where you see all these governors every day. And Marjorie, you're a rock star. I love you to death. This girl is a battle star. She is. She's not afraid to say anything. They want her shut up so bad. And I have some things that I'm going to actually email her to her office that, I'm not saying my ideas are good, but I'm going to share them just to see where they go for the simple fact that she'll know that she also has support, and she's a rock star. She is fighting for us. And that's one of the biggest rock stars we got out there. Truth. That is the truth. I want to say something else too. You hear about frankspeech.com, right? Well, I'm signing into that tonight. And that's going to be huge. It's going to be a format that's going to be like no other in America anywhere. And I don't know how Mike the Prayer Pillow Man is getting all this done, but it's going to be a format where we can all go and speak as we want. Now, in my mind, it's going to create a North and a South division. The leftovers are going to stay in Facebook, truth, or just, some friendship stuff. Everybody will still be on, probably jump in and out. It's Frank. Mike the Pillow Man. It's his platform. And we're going to sign into that for the 10 o'clock talk show. And I was already told in a pre-thing when I wrote a couple of weeks ago, we're not ready, but we want you. And so they want everybody. I'm not. No one's special. They just get aboard. Let's get the message out. So that's all coming. That's all coming to the people behind the glass and to you as well. So anyway, like and share if you guys want. Get this into your group rooms. if it means anything. And don't be a snowflake, man, because it's so important. Not for my face. Use anybody you want. Share somebody that makes sense, has good values, great opinions, and shows support to you, because a voice to the people, a true voice, is hard to come by. Otherwise, the ideology for some people turns into money and commercials. The commercials I do for anybody is, we're nonprofit in every way, shape, or form. There's no profit amongst us. We don't ask you, hey, we need help, tap the bell. We're not about that. We give all support to small businesses, though. So maybe that's, bad, but I like it and I love it. And I want people to know to support the small businesses. So another thing, and this is just not because of where I'm at or what I picked up. These are the hardballs being thrown at us that affect the Democratic states and what they're all doing. But this Governor Wolf in Pennsylvania here came out and he says he's going to support all trans and women's sports. You can't do that. And then you have a couple other wise guys that came up with the fact, I'm going to do it too, but I'm not going to allow it, from whatever to 12th grade. But once that's over, then they can do whatever they want. And that still doesn't make it right. It just doesn't make it right. There's no equality of it's not equal on a playing field. It should be women against women. And, we all know this. We all ran about it and post stuff about it. It's just wrong. But here you have a governor. And this is why I tell Pittsburgh, he controls this peduto down here and everything else. You guys better work like rock stars. These seats need changed. And then we have this guy who's been around forever, wants to now work in the sheriff's office. Do you think he's going to come in because of his name and he's going to have full control over what he's doing? He's not. The orders are going to come from the top, and they're going to tell him, if he gets in there, do or die. And they're going to tell our guy it too. And if he does and he snitches them out, we're going to have legal support there for him. But I don't think one on their side to get in office is going to want to go up against them. I just don't feel that. I don't feel that. I don't. We don't want any Dems in the city anymore. That's been the destruction. Texas, Louisiana sues Biden administration for refusing to arrest criminal illegal immigrants. Where were you yesterday? Thank you. I did this. But that's okay. It is a weekend reminder. But it's true. And these are the rock stars. I can't say it again. It's true. These are the rock stars. They really are. Now, when people come into the room and they're online, does it stay green or something? Like you get like a green dot so you know that they're still in your room. Does anybody know that? Where's Lucy tonight? Maybe she's working, Otherwise, she'd be giving me hell some way. Best not commenting to nothing. So I don't know if she's on or not. But I want to welcome everybody in. I do see right at the top, there's a couple things. Dave's up there, I think. Let's see, Dave. Yeah, and Alfio. I'm sorry. Adia. I used to kickbox with a guy named Adia. He worked with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Is that you? I'm just curious. Is it Adia? Hola. That would be his language. Adia. He was a rock star, man. When I did the movie Sudden Death, he was there. He was showing me all this neat mumbo jumbo. He was a champion. I don't know if that's you or not. I don't remember his last name, but that name always stuck in my head. So anyway, yeah, I've been around the block in a lot of places. I really have. I've been pretty fortunate in life to meet some people and do some things. Doesn't make me any better than you. I am who you are. I'll talk to you as a friend anywhere I see you. All right, so let's get into this gun a little bit more too, and the responsibility to gun owners. And, the thing is this, the gun owners are never really the issue. We know that. These shootings that have just occurred, the narrative's not what they put out a narrative that's not true. We know as gun owners that we are safe keepers of weapons. We really are. We know that. And yes, there are some kid issues. There are some things that occasionally happen, and it's a terrible tragedy when these things happen. Not everybody is always wrapped well enough, I guess, to say it to you that way. So over 50 years of Biden being in office, he's never seen this before. It's an epidemic. From the guy's mouth who influenced war, and supported vaccinations that took out over 11,000 of our troops 25 years ago. It happened. Is it worse from a needle or is it worse from a bullet? I don't know. But this is the kind of guy who comes out with this. 47 years, no real accomplishment. 48 years now, no real accomplishment. Wins the election from a basement not. But, they want us to believe that. Now he's there as a dictator, socialist. A what? Destroying America as we love and we have. We're trying to get through it. But back to the guns, just for a quick issue, we have more gang problems. And if they think they're going to get, you ain't never going to collect the guns out there or whatever their real narrative is. Like, we're all going to go and hand them over. This narrative started a long time ago. Pay for guns has been going on all over the United States for a long time. Every summer, we're going to give you $50 or $75. If you bring in your gun, you no longer want it. They have got thousands of the guns off the streets. They have started. These programs have probably helped. I need to center myself? Oh, well, that's okay. It's only a secondary in case we failed on one, and I could always adjust that, but they see me. You see me, right? La, 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 la. So anyway, yeah, I'm Michael Anthony. Stay with me if you can, please. Getting back to that because, when I change my head, I thought I got to come back to it. So, this gun program, it's been around, but now it's like no one's ever tried to sort of help the scenario. Yes, people have thought up ideas and have gotten thousands of guns off the streets that way. But if you think you're going to get them, you're not. They're not going to get them. And if they're going to come knock on your door, what are you going to do with your guns? I mean, really, come on. You're going to hide them. I ain't got nothing here. There's nothing to see. Come look. Because honestly, if it ever got to that type of scenario, come on in, look, do whatever you want. And technology today, it would pinpoint a gun from the air anyway. So, I mean, we probably right now should start being careful with our arms, right? To think of it that way. And be armed and ready in your own way. Pre-plan everything, especially over the next 6 months, because the other thing that aggravates me is the strain of this is now stronger, and we do know that there are complications to the strain. Are they setting us up for another closure come fall? I think they are. Personally, I do believe that's their narrative. That's their plan. They haven't weakened us enough, and they want to weaken us more. I also want to let you know that they're also upgrading all the unemployment circuitry and computer systems throughout the country. Everybody's going to get locally to their states about $30 million to play with, to upgrade all the informations. And I still understand that a lot of people from 2020 and the first stimulus program have not got checks, and the stuff just vanished. And I want you to know this, if it means anything to you, to help you. The media even reported it today on the highest platforms of media news that this was a problem, an issue that the states were trying to figure out and rectify. So hopefully you still have eligibilities. And if you do, remember what I'm telling you here. They admittedly said that this has been a problem and has been a problem to people. You could be in hyperspace somewhere up there floating around. You could have sent your paperwork through the internet, your whatever work it's called. And maybe it is called whatever work. But, your application by email, and it's just floating around somewhere. I don't know how you collect all that stuff. How do you clean up the atmosphere with all this just flying around? I don't know. It's another destruction to Mother Earth or something, maybe. So anyway, back on the guns, because I keep going off into a different direction. They're never going to stop. That's, I guess, where I'm going to go and end it with this. There's too many unreported guns that are stolen, and things that have occurred over the years. And I really don't know how they think they can take advantage of this scenario, no matter how many executive orders Joe writes. And everybody's already reacted to them. They just are. So, it comes to this in ways. Like AOC, she has an opinion to everything. Careful you don't fart. She may investigate your ass. She's into cows real big. That chick's just not right, Anything that disrupts her issues in the climate and everything. And I'm getting to why I'm saying that with the climate thing. I'm going to get to say that. But keep in mind the better systems that are going to come. And if you're owed money, go get it. And listen, the businesses too, the money's just been released and received in the heads of the states of government. If your business is suffering, you have big entitlements out there. You really do. You have big entitlements. So do what you can on that. Collect, get what you can. I'm going to say everything to everybody else with what's going on. And he said, she said, give this, don't give that. Get in line for yours. You know, it might help to ease the taxes that are about to slam us in the head. If there's anything out there that you feel that you're entitled to, hey, don't feel embarrassed. Go get it. Go get it. Because if you don't, they're going to give it away to somebody else. And you might as well have yours. You might as well just take it. Honestly, what's the big deal? If you have an entitlement to something, I say you deserve it. That's what it's put there for. If they wrote it into that, even if it's with cheating numbers, low numbers to our own here, their own American people, which we know, that's our punishment for voting in Donald Trump. But, and remember this too. Joe's numbers are so low with Harris right now. It's pathetic. He couldn't win a turtle race. The truth of the matter is, though, 150 million people came forth the minute Mike the Pillow Man put up that real classic investigative podcast that he uploaded. And that was interesting as hell. The one that they blocked all over the world, even with them doing that in their narrative to crush it, 150. So there's your voter base. It's already doubled twice with Trump not being there. Now people are jumping from the left to the right. It doesn't matter who you voted for. Look through them. Look at their deceit, their lies. And I hope you're not with us. If you're watching me, I'm not trying to rain on nobody's parade here. Everybody has an opinion. Please don't judge me. I won't judge you. But the bottom line is, can you see it? Do you want your children in it? Do you want them to be raised in this? I know I don't. I don't want my grandkids or great grandkids, wherever I go in life, to this and where it all ends up. I don't, no, by no means. By no means. But again, it's all a narrative for them to get a job done. It's a distraction mechanism. So while we're fighting it, and we can't believe we're seeing most of this, it is what it is. And if you have what you feel you deserve anything, I'm telling you, go get it. Go get it. You may find out you'll need it, especially the way the world's going. I also want to put out a correction there. And I always tell everybody, try to check as much as you can. I happen to need something. Something was posted by a price. I'm not going to say what it was or who it was. They're a friend of mine. I trust what they did. They believed in the post. They put it up. But again, there are bad narratives being fed into Facebook that people see it. And it's like, oh, wow, the prices are getting crushed. They are getting crushed in ways. Gas went up some. Yeah, there's no doubt. It's not crushing right now. I just got oil delivered to my camp. And it was up, like $1.15, maybe $1.35 a gallon. So there are things that are being affected in different ways. But it went up. It was as high as, I think, 150. Then it dropped back down 10 cents or 145. So there are some issues there. And gasoline is going up slowly. Yes. And the more they start shipping and doing what they're doing, we're going to see a lot of things. So boycott these people and, stay strong and try to figure out a new example or a new way to go with on how you buy products that you need. Before these Dems buy into every corporation out there and we're stuck buying in China because they're the lowest market price people in the world when it gets over here. So anyway, I don't know. We're in a catch-22 on a lot of things. And it's war. It's war at its best. It's war with our own government against us. And that's the most terrible part of it. The most terrible part. But I want to give a shout out to Justice Thomas. And I asked him loudly. I know he didn't hear me, but I did a reading on him about probably 6 weeks ago on some scenarios and things that had occurred. But it seems like he woke up a bit, and I don't know what's going to happen from it exactly. I need to do some more reading. but it's come to light that he's totally against what the big tech has done, and they don't have the right to censor. Now, he's not the only one that came up with that. And Poland did it, and other places that did it. And Australia was fighting it a little bit as well. I just saw a black shadow go across the back here. Ain't that weird? No, I really did. I don't know if any of your eyes caught that back there, but okay. Anyway, I saw some, I don't know, maybe it was just like, duh, because my one eye is real bad right now. But it's better tonight. It's pretty clear tonight. It's pretty clear. So Justice Thomas, what's he going to do exactly? I don't know, but it's a positive move. All these small little moves are positivity to the American people in some way. They really are. So that said, let's jump a little bit here, because I'm still seeing things as they are, and there has been no change anywhere. The truth, I'm going to stay with it just for a minute longer. It doesn't matter. It doesn't seem where the issues are on the laws. And it seems almost as if they don't even care. They're just going to do what they do. So I don't know if we got 100 judges to say this and even started penalizing and fining big tech for censorship. Do you think they'll stop? I don't know. It just doesn't seem like they're even going to stop. Are we going to get into that narrative of it where they just don't listen? I think we're there. I don't think they care. I don't know. So I want to say this. We know that this FBI official Ray, where is everything about this January 6th thing? I mean, what's going on with that? He's going to do this. He's going to say this. He's going to release this. He's going to release that. Now, a few more people got arrested. I get all that. But never no real public information. And we need to censor them. This is part of the things of the facts that I say that we need to get behind and make stronger. Like in Congress, that we come up with some type of lawful addendum to the position of all the seats that say that they have to show us their portfolio of interest of what they, put their money in, how they get rich, the get rich scheme of a politician, and all the other things, their taxes. They have to show them yearly to the public. Well, I think, when you don't have a guy like this doing the same kind of work and he's not putting it out there, he's no better. But again, he's probably part of the game, and they're going to hide everything they can. They're going to change the whole, even though we've seen videotapes and footages of this, that, and the other. Where is this butthead? And why isn't the public aware of any more investigations? And we can get into hey, what happened to Epstein? And that investigation. Let's bring that up for a minute. Under a watchful camera eye, what happened to the guys that fell asleep? Oh, come on. This is what I'm telling you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They can be told and they don't listen. It doesn't matter. So the FBI is not doing anything really to keep the public well informed. They're not. Federal Bureau of Investigation. I'm sure there's some good guys there. Or maybe not. But I guess it's who at the top. I guess that's what it's about. What they want to release. So we're not getting nowhere with that. We really don't know nothing. I really felt it as citizens of the United States, that needed to be followed closer, and information should have been free constantly. Updates should have always came. But no, they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. But, then you have a guy like Representative Cohen, and if he cries wolf, as it's as bad as Pearl Harbor, what had happened with this insurrection. Oh my, did you do any reading about Pearl Harbor by any chance? I think not. I think not. There's no comparison. Yes, did it get out of hand? Did things happen? Sure. Do we know all the truth? All of the truth? No. That's the problem with what goes on. That's the problem. And then I think we had another shooting. Something that occurred in Texas. I didn't get a lot about it, but they said one killed. Again, this goes without saying. Things like this have always happened. It's none of it's good. None of it is good by any means. But it does happen. And it's a shame and it's sad. And that's where the Christians come in. That's where the prayers from all the good Christians come in. And I appreciate their support and everything that they do for us, hair on to 10. So get past that a little bit here. We all heard about this Prince Phil, and He's passed and whatnot. Was it Prince Phil? Was that his name? Philip. They said he was a nice looking young man back in his day. I guess, I suppose. I don't know. I didn't know the man. But I hope when he gets there, that Diana puts her foot up his ass. Because I wouldn't doubt that family didn't have something to do with that poor girl's life, being taken. I just wouldn't doubt it. Because the Brits went after all the money in the world. They did. All the minerals. They created one of the first ones to create the black slavery. Yeah, blame us for it. That's why I think this money is being directed this way. For who? Through the Queen. And everything that happened with Harry and Meghan and the facts of the white and the black and all that. I think she figured out who she was married into and said, maybe she does wear the pants, but maybe she's not saying it all. I don't know. But yeah, 99 years old. I don't know, man. These people are into weird stuff and everything else from all the things that I see. I can't prove any of it, but I don't even want to know about it. I don't even want to know about their lives and all that crap that happens that way. But it's out there. Everybody can read it. I got something here that I'm not sure where I was going with, and I must have thought to myself in my head when I started to put it down that, you'll figure it out when you get there. Well, guess what? I can't figure it out. I'm looking at it, and I'm like, what is this? What is this, really? Hey, Jerry Fisher, hello. Joe Payne, hello. Chuck Nickman, hello. Merle Francis, hello. Paul Revere, Trooper, TJ Smith, Big Dave Glovin. Pardon me? And we're telling me it's almost an hour, and that's all I get now on what I'm doing on the live YouTube. So I got to watch where I'm going here. Governor Abbott swears to Texas to create a Texas-style fight over the firearm power grab. So again, a little bit there, but it's true. These are mentioned so much because they're the ones fighting. There's so many other states. They don't see these ill effects that are occurring happen. I'm not hearing nothing about. Is there only 4 or 5, really? Is that all we have? America, where are we in this? We need to stand up. Take America back. That's what it's about. Save America. Make America great again. It's all together. The Patriots, all the group rooms, just like this great guy, Dave Glovin, the great American National Group, American Regulators. This guy's a rock star, and he's helping me, and I appreciate you, Dave. I really do. I really, really do. And I take your advice, and I really, understand where you're coming from, and know you're appreciated. No, you truly are appreciated. I thank you for what you're doing. You're really helpful. Now, this Frankathon, okay? That's the short terminology for the frankspeech.com. Yes. Be sure that you try to sign into that and sign up for it, because it's going to be a room created better than all the others for a platform for us, all about our side. And that'll probably get tiring when you don't have a negative Nelly on one side with you to the positive on the other side. It's all going to be about one side and information, though, and that's what's going to be important. It's going to be the drive force into the 2024 election. I really believe that. And with a lot of disclosure coming forth. Be prepared. You're going to see some crazy good disclosures coming forth. And that is true. So with that said, this is part of why I posted something the other day, and I posted a little something tonight from Tucker. And it's important if Tucker said it. I mean, I'm not Tucker. I'm not one of these guys. But if Tucker says it and brings it to the news, who knows where he got it? Maybe he got it from all of us small guys out here pushing it. These trails you see in the sky. See, I'm not the conspiracy theorist everybody thought I was. And I know more than just these trails. Believe me, I do. But the point is this. Let's stick to that, because I got more information would blow some people's minds. But the point is this. It's called sundim programs. Sun dimming programs. But sundim. Sundim. Get it? Chinese sundim? Okay. Program. And the China will even get more involved on their side, which would be around 2025. But they're already in it. And it's been practiced. If you watch this, you'll see it's even well over. It's 50 years back. It's into the Vietnam War where they figured out how to make it rain. They couldn't shut it off. They made it rain so bad for 50 days, it sunk all of our heavy equipment and tanks. They're still over there retrieving them. They really are. They're still pulling submerged in muck United States military tanks out of the ground over there. That's how bad they made it rain, and they did that. But they pretty much got it. They know where they're at now. But this somebody involved comes on Tucker and says, well, we know about it for 20 years. We don't agree with it. And the scientists don't believe with it, but they want to cloak this. They want to stop the sun from shining. This 240,000 acre and the 146,000 acre and all these people coming in now is going to be a workforce into what's called a seeding program. But before we get into this new design of seedings where plants don't need sun to grow, by changing all the structure, the GMO structure and DNAs of even a seed and plant, you can see they can change colors of roses. You see them like you never seen before. There are things they can do with plants. You can do graftings of trees, everything. So they know technically they're way more ahead of what they're even telling us right now. They're probably 20 years ahead of what they're going to release and share with us, true as that would be. But they want to cloak the whole damn United States. And then they want to make it global. They want to have 1,000 planes up. Well, I already told everybody, and I have told everybody, they don't want to. They already have them. We have videotapes of these planes taking off, getting refilled, being followed, shooting this stuff all over the skies, and slowly watching these lines come into a haze and a blanket of a cloaking silver, barium, strontium, and nanoparticles, etc. And some things I'm not going to get into because they're in there. It acts as a down fertilizer when it comes down. But all these metals and things get into the animals, gets into our plants and our water systems. They have already been poisoning us a different way. Now they want to do it majorly. So this is Gates. And if you watch that, Tucker even says, this guy thinks he's God. They want to change Earth of all its natural abilities over what they feel is climate change. And what don't they want us to see up at the Arctic? I mean, what don't they want us to see? Is there something up there possibly? I don't know, but it has to do with that. And they already told us by 2013, the waters were going to flood up onto the shores and we were going to have all this massive stuff. They were moving military things. He had everybody convinced. We were spending billions and millions of dollars to move things higher ground, mid-central America to protect stuff. And other people were moving there because that's how big that this thing took that never went nowhere. Yes. Is it happening? Sure, it's happening. Yes. We have more important stuff than to help the oceans die more. The oceans are so filled with plastics, it's in the fish now. Little fiber molecules of plastic. And we have islands of plastic, but no one will go and take care of that. Yes, people tried. Yes, people have and are doing. And there's a couple of young kids out there with a program they're doing that came up with some things that are just genius. And they're helping the America and they're helping the Earth system as it is for the future. This moron, world's smartest not doctor on Google, but comes up as one, finally releases that he's going to do this. Well, this isn't just a release. This guy's got so much mad money, it doesn't matter what he does because he is mad. He is mad. And that's part, I'm just so happy. So that this CIA narrative of the 1950s, it's, he's not a lunatic, but that's what they were saying. You are. He's a conspiracy theorist. He's just, don't pay him no mind. He's okay. No, they were calling you a lunatic. It was just a narrative that they used. Well, guess what? This opens up that whole can of worms to the deep state. It really does. And it gets so deep on projects. Oh, my God. And you think what we're dealing with on the surface, as I said to you, one of the richest, biggest money makers in the world. And that's putting every athletic sport there ever was, is in sex trafficking. The money is that much bigger than all of them combined together. And then you have stuff like that. I don't know. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. But we won't take care of the earth. They have these trillions of dollars and they won't put 100 billion or 200 billion into cleaning up the water, which is a main source of our food, which is a main source of a lot. You know, they did start doing a lot of work in the waters. They did. They were building reefs and doing things like that. I got this terrible throg. Oh, I got a frog. A frog in my throat or something here, whatever you call it. So with that said, just crazy stuff. Just crazy stuff. This Gates is nuts. He's involved in everything. Him, Fauci, you know, the Frankenshot, Pharma, a half failure, but still became a billionaire off component parts. Failed as a doctor for 2 years, but now is the world's smartest doctor in the world. I bet you that makes Fauci feel good when he stands next to him, huh? The most memorable thing about that man, though, was that pie getting slammed in his face. There was a video of that young kid come up around the corner and boom, right in his face with this pie, went everywhere. But if we could only do that more. Oh, only if we could do that more. What else we got here? Let me see, Michael, what you got? What you got? I got no questions at all tonight. It's like everybody just bolted. This is going to be whoever sees this. But you know what? I don't blame people tonight if they're really not even on lines. It's beautiful. And people should be outside having a fire or a late night barbecue dinner and stuff like that. And
just out and about.
Yeah, right. Just out and about. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing in my mind. So, like, yeah, that's really cool. Yes, and thank you, Dave. Thank you, Joanne Classic. You're a rock star. You're a rock star. Okay, rock stars. I think I got everybody's name in tonight. And Dave, I hope I got. I'm sorry. Sometimes I go so much. I know you kept reminding me. The Great American Nation Group and American Regulators. And now, major stockholder of TenOclockTalks, as he says. Make it pay off, Dave. Make it pay off for yourself big, because I don't really need it, bud. I'm not looking to do anything in this world or go anywhere, to be honest with you. I'll be more than happy to share whatever I can with you. So, yeah, we don't ask anybody for anything. We just talk in relationship to the world problems. Are there problems? Sure. Are they getting any better? No. We're just getting more anxious and more angry. And I want everybody to try to, yeah, and there's so many places, but no one wants to work because there's too many freebies out there right now. People can keep more by staying home. That's why Coca-Cola says, hey, if you white people want work, we'll pay you really well. Come to work. Yeah, right. I know. If you really follow it, it's a form of offering slavery to you, you know. Yeah. And like I said, there's so many of them now, and more of them are going to come forward as well. But I do want to bring up one other thing, because I think this is important. I was talking to somebody, and I didn't want to forget this. $16 billion. And I don't know if this is across America. I don't know how this number would even work if that's the case. They want to seal the holes of all the coal, gas, and oils. Okay, so in other words, if you have one of these wells on your property, they're going to say with the narrative and the direction they're going under green, they're going to shut you down. You're not going to get any more royalty checks and so forth. Then it's going to cost the people of the land to put the property back to its rightful condition, because according to the contracts, at the end of people, they can at the end of the contract that they make with the gas fracking companies and whatnot. When it's done, they can renew it, and sometimes at a lesser rate, depending upon how good the supply is. It can stay the same, I guess. I don't know. It's something like that in the written information. But it looks like it's going to be on property owners. If they're ordered by law to seal, they're not going to do any of the work. It's going to be on the property owner. Where are you at when you got to spend $100,000 to restore green? And they're going to make sure that you're doing something that way in that narrative. Yeah, it's more BS to the American people. So look into that. And also remember the thing I brought up, because I just think it's really important. If a family member does pass from COVID in any way or relationship to it, check out the death benefits. These are important things that people don't talk about. I could get into 100 more things, but it's Friday night. It's the weekend review. With a few new things that I threw in. I want to say hello to Mike Fazio. How are you, brother? Do what I asked you. I appreciate it, my man. I'll know if you hear this. And if you don't, then I know you didn't watch it. And then I will be upset with you. Just joking. Just joking. Just joking. Yeah. So I got through it all. I'm really happy about that. Beth, I wish you'd have stayed out and had a good time. You've been going at this for weeks, just like we all are. We all need a break from it at times. But I do appreciate everybody from that's out there and wherever land you are, wherever in America, across the world. Thank you for stepping in. Hopefully, you'll take the time to check out, review some of the uploads. And I have around 30 that are going to be starting to be posted over the next couple days as I am allowed to through YouTube. Check back into what I can do. I could probably put up to like, I don't know, maybe 60. I'm not sure. I have a lot of hours of this thing, and it covers a lot of material of everything that the world's facing right now. Whether you're on one side or the other, you got to become a believer. We wouldn't invest this kind of time as human beings to fight a fight if nothing was there and if we were wrong. But we were wronged. It's a whole different concept when you are wronged. We're not wrong, and we were wronged. All we are trying to do is get a balance of disclosure that we as all Americans deserve. You know, not hush up, sweep it under the rug and go away. You lost. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. On a fair play, everybody is entitled to see the facts. And when you can't be heard in courtrooms and everything's thrown out before it gets there, I'm sorry, the narrative, it's not a rude awakening. It's a kick in the face awakening, that we're not going to give you what you want. And doesn't that tell everybody in America and outside, whether you're on the left or the right or the far left or in the middle, it doesn't matter who you voted for at this point. Look what you're facing. Look at really what is going on out there and where America is and how we are all suffering as people. And I see it in posts. I see it in I see it in posts, believe me, because some gets far-fetched. And that tells me there's a great amount of fear and anxiety out there. And I feel for these people and I want the best for them. So with that said, I'm just trying to share my public opinion to you with all respect to everybody. Wherever you are, I appreciate you very much. This is the 10. We are 10 o'clock talks. I am Michael Anthony. I hope you will join in again because, again, YouTube, my apologies to anybody that came through and had any comments. I don't know if we're going to figure out that part of the technology, but it's still showing live and it showed a good feed. I was getting bleeps on the Facebook, though. I was getting a few bleeps on the Facebook. A what? Oh. Maybe he's the only one in the room. I don't know. It's so beautiful. I don't even care. If I talk to myself tonight, that's just how it goes. You take the good with the bad in life. But yeah, they're going to view it later and it'll be somewhere in Cyberland world for the rest of my days and when I'm after. Maybe it'll mean something at another point. Maybe someone will say, he had something there. Maybe they'll just say he never got it right. And that's fine too. That's fine too. All that matters is, people together is strength in numbers, but when it comes time and you're called upon, that shows the true American, that shows the true you, and who's going to step forward. Grassroots people, grassroots, they're so important to everybody. They really are. And the president asked us to do it. Go back, listen to him. He told us, he gave us the instruction, where to start, what to do. And I know there's organizations out there working. See if you can get involved. Give some support somehow. If you have nothing to do and you feel like you're part of America that can help and you have knowledge of something, get out there and help us in this structure. Help us fight the fight. From Pittsburgh, I believe it's April 9th. Maybe it isn't. I think it's the 9th of April, 2021. Yeah, last night I think I said 2001. Yeah, I would have liked to have been back there. Would have loved to have been back there. All right, so we're going to be heading out of here. Closing the shop down. If something major pops up over the weekend, I might do a little quick brief. But my only plan for the world is to do uploading to the YouTube site so Mr. Dave can become more involved as to how it works to get me on a good path for the viewing and viewers and whatnot. Dave, I appreciate you. Just so you know that I really do. And to everybody in the bike clubs, you guys rock. all my friends, all the Patriots, Patriots at large, Terry Anderson, Merle down in Texas. Always, you know you got love, brother. We'll be tighter than ever forever. You know it. Just never going to see me again. I ain't coming to your town. You got too many illegals hanging out around you. You know, you better use them guns around your place, buddy. They're going to come for you. They're going to come for you. All right, so that's the exit then. We can just exit out. Okay, so you ready? Good night, everybody. From Pittsburgh, Michael Anthony, 10 O'Clock Talks. Don't judge me. I will never judge you. Ending live video in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think we're done.